be short, I guess. So this morning I woke up 6:30 in the morning and I thought to myself, oh, my daughter's not awake. But then it's a Saturday, so she's not going to be awake. I said, okay. Then I thought to myself, I'll go in, have a shower, get ready. And there comes my daughter. She comes down and she goes, what are you doing today, Daddy? I said, oh, today I'm going to go and talk to some people. Oh, okay. I said, would you like to come and listen to me? She turns and says, no, Daddy. Just video it. I was like, oh, okay. So, point is that she's already in the digital world like most of our kids are. So this is just one other aspect of being part of the digital world. I just want to, before I leave the stage, just wanted to show you a few slides. So this is, it was already said in the introduction. The idea for Unique Ability Consulting was because I believe very strongly on the fact that every child has a unique ability. These are the mottos I use in my company. Learning ability is better than learning disability. I started trying to do these mottos when I just thought, what did I feel in class, which I already explained to you today. So then I said, okay, every child has a unique ability. You need to understand that, you need to learn that. And the people who have the pens on your desk, if you see, it says on the pen very clearly, every child has a unique ability. It is something that I believe in, it is something that I've lived by, it is something that I think that my life is revolved about. The work we do a lot of work in guidance and counseling, and we also try and help parents. I don't know how many parents in the audience, but parents, they have a very tough task, and I could see that in my own parents. But I think that with the right knowledge, with the right guidance, it can help. Assistive technology has been discussed. This calculator is about maths. We are working slowly in maths. It's not that easy, but we are publishing a book which is outside, which you can have a look at. The other major point for me is knowledge sharing. I only know what I know now because I've heard of everybody talking about it. I am a visual learner, so I love looking at things and learning. Like very clearly, you could not read when you took your glasses off and the font was too small. But then when I put a big smiley and I said hello, you all understood what I was trying to say. So, visual learning. The idea of using books online, using the internet, everything is changing. The digital world is coming of age. And I think in education, if we can add that in, it would be amazing. We also do a lot of cross-border work, so obviously, as you know, Malcolm from England, I also linked up with the British Dyslexia Association, doing work with them to try and get knowledge of what they have done in England and try and transfer it in the Indian context over here. These are the people I'm linked to or I'm associated with, and I hope in years to come, I don't have to show this slide anymore because it should be a standee on its own, so I'm working towards that. Coming back to, before I close, the idea of, and I think it's an inherent problem which has been sort of discussed the last few days. It's about results. Everything is results orientated. Every school is result orientated. No one really cares for the achievement of the child. They only talk about results. So, I can give you an example. My results were horrible, but I was part of this book, and in my school they had this book, and it was in a beautiful red color. And in assembly they used to talk about the people who used to come in this book. I was a profound member of this book. This book was the book of failures. So all failures were in this book. It just gave me another group of friends who were all part of the book. So I had different friends. Instead of the ones who were out of the book, I had friends who were in the book. So we all became friends. Still friends today. So my third standard buddies, we all still talk about how we used to be in that red book. The point is what? Every child is there as a sponge. Every child is born with no knowledge, and you have to impart that knowledge, be you a parent, be you a teacher or a special educator, whatever you are. And then parents also have this strongest hold on the children. And I see this many times when I counsel with parents. And they say, things like, oh, but I think he should do this. I said, what do you think? Oh, no, I think he should be a doctor. Oh, okay. Or he should be an accountant. Oh, right, that's good. Anything else? No, that's good enough. Oh, okay. There's 2 points of this. One thing very clear. Are you a doctor? That's the first question. Are you an accountant? That's the second question. If you're not, did you want to become a doctor? Or did you want to become an accountant? The aspirations of yourself as a parent, and I can say because I'm a parent now, aspiration, you as a parent, you should not rub off on your child. Your child is not a clone of you. Your child is your child. Your child is an individual who will, at the end of the day, follow their own path. You might guide them as much as you want to do, but they will follow their own path. They will start off with you, holding your hand, and one day they'll stop holding your hand. Like my 6-year-old daughter today. But then just send me the video report. I don't need to come and hear you. Wow, okay. Parents have this idea that I want the best for my child. I mean, we all want the best. We don't produce children to say that we want the bad for the child. We want the good for the child. But do you want it in your goodness or you want it in their goodness? If you want it in your goodness, then you need to go to some science lab and start cloning yourself, because this is not going to happen with your child. If you want a child to grow, if you want a child to come within themselves, if you want a child to understand who they are, what they are, why they are, and what they need to do, and if they're going to fail, let them fail. It's not a big deal. Look at me. If they succeed, that's not a bad idea as well. Look at me. The fact is, it's not about parenting. And people say, no, but I love my child. But, we're not discussing your love for your child. I mean, you produced them, right? I mean, even if you didn't produce them, if they were adopted or whatever they were, but you got them here, right? So it doesn't really matter. The fact is, don't impose your values, your ideas of what you couldn't do in life, that your child should turn around and say, my daddy said I should do this. Yeah, but can you do maths? Okay, here we have a problem now. I'll give you a quick example. My father, who I love very dearly, he said to me, he says, you should go on one of these rotation banking courses. And I was like, oh wow. And they did this banking course. Every 6 months you can travel around the different parts of the world. Yeah, okay, it sounds amazing, but Papa, there's one big thing. I can't do maths. Oh, you'll figure it out. I don't think so. Figuring it out, maths, I don't know, you all are educators, you know that figuring out maths is not the easiest thing. He had the best interest at heart, but the delivery of that was a bit different. So the idea, what I'm trying to drive on that last point is, it doesn't matter if you have a child who wants to be an artist or a baker or a person who wants to just sit at home and do something creative which is not in the normal scheme of things. It's okay. As long as they succeed, I mean, that's what you want. And everybody says, no, but they have to go out and earn money. Okay? Teach them how to earn money. Don't tell them that this is the number I need. Okay? There's a big difference. You say, you should get this number now. You're at this age, you should get this number. And okay, guys, come on. My daughter is 6-year-old and she don't want to come and listen to me talk. When am I going to tell her to do anything? So, life is changing. So that was my point on that. That parents should start thinking that their children are the best. And they will do whatever they want to do. They will succeed in whatever they succeed. When we walk through life and we think about all the things that there is enough issues around us, and we think about how we can better ourselves. In my view, and it's purely my view, that if you set yourself targets, you set yourself goals, you're able to achieve your heights when you're there. And I think that if every parent or educator starts inculcating that in a system where they're delivering what they have to deliver, it will be good for the child. Just to quickly end, be open-minded. It's only dyslexia. Not a big deal. I'm standing here. I'm dyslexic. It's okay. Don't worry about it. So, before I end, I want to say I am dyslexic. I will always be dyslexic. I'm proud to be dyslexic. And by the way, I'm in certain areas of the world, in the dyslexic world, and I'm rubbing shoulders, not physically, but I'm rubbing shoulders with some really, really important people. And I don't want to go down that list because I'm sure you know how many dyslexics are, who they are. My idea is that we are all stars in our own right. Some people are aligned differently, some people are aligned in a certain way. Someone gave me a chance. I took it. My idea for all of you is to understand, give someone a chance, but make it their own chance. Don't make it your chance. And at the end of the day, I hope you can see that they will be your stars. Thank you very much. Before I go, there is, I know Masud is standing there in the background, so Masud, just give me 1 minute, please. I have to thank some people quickly for this conclave. There has definitely been support from companies with us. There has been personal contributions to the work we do, which I'm very grateful about. Obviously, the school, St. Joseph, so Mr. Bosco and Mr. D'Souza, they're there. But thank you very much. MDA for giving me the chance to be part of you, and definitely now you can't get rid of me, I'm definitely part of you. So I want to say thank you to all, and thank you for listening to us. And I hope that every star you create will one day come here and talk about you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Kabir, for your words of inspiration and motivation for all, and an eye-opener to a lot of people who I hope would have been over here, because a lot of us over here are people who are for the cause, and people who do not understand about dyslexia and what people with dyslexia go through are the ones you should be reaching out to, and I'm sure you will be reaching out. You are going places and sharing your views, and we wish you all the best and all the power and strength to continue doing it as long as you can. And as you rightly said about technology, I am technologically disabled and quite a few here I'm sure also technologically disabled, and we need to do something about it, because as you said about your daughter, yes, children are way beyond us when technology is concerned, and we need to be on par with them. So thank you, Mr. Malcolm Litton, for your talk on assistive technology and its importance. Now I call Dipti to introduce our next speaker, Ms. Rakhi Nair. She's a special educator, and she will be talking to us about challenges in mainstream school, setting up a resource room or running a resource room in a mainstream school.
Good afternoon, everyone. Ms. Rakhi Nair is an RCI registered special educator, and since 2006 is a head information and public relations at Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan Vidyalaya, Malad, Mumbai. She began her career as special educator in 1994 in School for Remedial Education at Children's Orthopedic Hospital, Haji Ali, Mumbai, before joining the Bombay Cambridge School, Mumbai in 1996. From 1999 to 2006, she worked at Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan Vidyalaya as a resource coordinator and led and guided the team of counselors and special educators dealing with children having behavioral and academic concerns. I now welcome Ms. Nair.
Thank you, and it's very nice to be here in midst of so many professionals. And though I've not been a part of the presentation that has happened for the last 2 days, but whatever I have heard of since morning has been really very enlightening. And as you must have just heard that yes, I have shifted slightly in my responsibilities when it comes to school, shifted it slightly from the special education, but not completely. I am going to speak to you all, or I'm going to give you all a little bit of insight into running a resource room. I understand from Masarat that we have special educators and counselors here, more in number. And are there any teachers here? Are there any teachers here? Could you please raise your hands? Okay, so I have a few teachers. Okay. And any administrators, principals, or agents? Oh, lovely. Great. So just start the presentation. Okay, now for the last 2 days, I've been going through the presentation, and I'm extremely sorry I have made few changes to the presentation, because when I went through the conclave and when I went through who all were going to be the speakers today, and I felt I had to make few changes. And so what the presentation is in the booklet that you all have is on a similar line, but it's slightly different. So starting with resource rooms, the main focus of resource room is to ensure, in the resource room is basically a place, a department where there are professionals in the mainstream school. So the main objective is to ensure that these students who are differently abled are able to develop the skills essential to handle a school curriculum and the environment thereof. Basically, what we believe in is differences does not denote deficiency. So if you're different, doesn't mean that you are anyway less. Sorry, I have to go back. With the differences, when I spoke about the resource room that many of the schools have nowadays, but I come from an institution which has just completed 30 years, and it's been more than 25 years that we've been having resource rooms with us. And we have professionals like counselors, special educators, full-time special educators and counselors working with us. Yes, we do not have OTs or STs with us because it is a mainstream school and not a special school, but we do have people on board whom we can refer to in terms of the medical professionals like the psychiatrists or the OTs, STs. So the school is coming from there. When I'm talking about the resource room, what we've realized over these 30-25 years is that the resource room is being run by a lot of people, okay, and it's basically all those people who are a part of the child's life. So basically the stakeholders become a part of running the resource room. So resource room is basically not just the responsibility of the management, okay. I had a pic over here, but I don't know, it's somehow not coming in. Anyway, the resource room has partners in terms of the management, the top management, principal, administrators. The other party is the parents, of course. Then are mainly the teachers, and last but not the least, the professionals. Okay, all of them have to work together so that you can first start a resource room. Secondly, sustain that resource room where you can effectively use it for children. Okay, so what challenges we faced? Okay, and if there are any schools or anyone who are representing from schools who have resource room will agree with that the challenges that are faced basically by management or principal are, first is the cost. Okay, the cost is the cost of infrastructure, the cost of having a resource room, the cost of salaries, okay, in terms of the professionals, the cost of material that you will have to set up. So that is one criteria which the management needs or takes it in mind before they set up a resource room. Availability of professionals. I have gone through this myself. We have very few professionals in compared to the need of it. Okay? The need of professionals is much higher, but the availability is very low. So to sustain the resource room, many a times it becomes that we don't have professionals, then how do you continue with having the resource room? One of the schools, we had come to a point where we were not getting any professionals, and the administrators, the principal were thinking about whether should we close down. Okay, but at that point, our chairman, Mr. Vikram Patel, he stood and said that he had a vision. He believes in it, that every child needs to be educated, okay, and every child needs to be helped, and teachers need help, and so he had started this resource room. And even if we were having problems with getting professionals at that point of time, we continued. Okay, we seeked help from other teachers, we seek help from other professionals, from other schools, and continue. So sustaining it, very important, is what the belief of the management is. So basically the need, whether it is a need or just that you want to have a resource room because it's an additional facility, okay, it's a selling point. If that is the reason why we have started the resource room, then the sustenance is going to be very poor. Okay? But if you believe that yes, it is required, it is needed, then it will go. But then that understanding that need is also one of the challenges that is faced by the management and the principal. The schedule. There was just someone over here who asked me, how do you schedule having these sessions in your school? Because the timetable is already set, the education department has given you how many periods for which subjects, so the timetable is already set. Then in that, how do you schedule having sessions for the specialists or the counselors coming and having a class intervention, or the children going to the resource room? So that becomes one more challenge that we face. And extra paperwork. Extra paperwork in terms of when I'm talking about from the management or the principal or the administrators, the paperwork that is required for giving any kind of provisions, concessions for children, right from the time sending the child to certification, okay, to the time when the child is giving the board exam and they have to, submit their papers to avail the concessions. There is a lot of paperwork, and that is also one deterring reason or factor